Restaurants all across America, and especially here in New Orleans, are struggling after they had to close because of the coronavirus pandemic. They're now open partially. Many of them adjusted to their customers in a different way. Commander's Palace, which is not reopened yet, is doing something special. They've been doing it for the past 12 Wednesdays. They do a wine and cheese party, and you have another one coming up tomorrow night. We have T. Martin from Commanders and the wine guy, which is the working man's way of saying sommelier, Dan Davis. And first of all, the wine tastings and the cheese tastings are a way to keep Commanders kind of like in the throw of things during this pandemic, correct, T?
Yeah, I guess Commanders is all about getting people together, you know? And so Dan and the gang had this idea that we would tell people that they could order from us wine and cheese. We deliver it to you, and then you get to taste the wine and cheese with Dan and with our chef Tori and my cousin Lally and I. And it's so much fun to taste with them. So you're drinking and eating exactly what we are. But while we do it, we have themes. Tomorrow night's disco night. So sorry about the outfit. But we make it fun.
I was going to mention, we should mention that's not your actual hair. For people who know you have short hair, but you've got the disco hair on. Dan, you're not in a disco outfit, are you?
No. Someone on this mad, crazy party has to be the voice of reason, or at least attempt to be. It gets pretty crazy when you've got over 1,000 people on one Zoom. It's kind of a madhouse.
I was going to say, because you guys do have a lot of people, but you do cut it off. I mean, you don't get like 2,000 or whatever. You do have like it's already sold out for tomorrow night, correct?
It is, and really the limiting factor is a lot of what we bring to the parties. We have really small production artisanal cheeses that we source. Like tomorrow we're featuring a cheese from Vermont and a cheese from Spain. And these cheeses are made in really small batches. And so the cheeses, the really specific wines that we're able to source and bring that are cool things, we're limited by the availability of product.
And it's funny because like my wife and I did it last week, and we thought, oh, this could be okay, you know, but it was a blast. I mean, I was surprised how much fun you could have on a Zoom call, and you also learn a lot about wine and cheese.
Well, we try to have a party, and we try to have a lot of fun and learn maybe a little bit by accident.
And you guys do every night is a theme night, right?
Correct. And really the themes are not as much, you know, sometimes we've done country themes where all the cheeses and wines were from France or Spain or Italy, but also it's just an excuse to dress up and have fun.
Yeah,
you know, New Orleans is the only...
You've been having guest musicians. We see Amanda Shaw, who was on last week. You have another great group, Bon Vivant, coming up this week. There's T.
Yeah. And then we've got your friend, James Andrews, is going to come on next week.
Yeah,
so
that'll be a blast.
They can come buy tickets for future weeks. It's just grins. We really do learn. You're really learning, but we make it fun. And then Tori's at his house, Chef Tori, and he's usually cooking up a little something, and that's always interesting. And he and Britt are wacko with the costumes.
Yeah.
They have the best costume closet in New Orleans.
And T, for those of us who miss Commander's Palace, how come you guys have not reopened yet when other restaurants have?
You know, Commanders has a very high overhead, basically, of expenses to do what we do. And so we've got to get a little further along in this for it to make a little more sense for us. But we're creeping up on it.
And before the pandemic, how many employees did you have, and how many do you have left now?
I'll be honest, Eric, because, you know, we're open all the time. You know, we never close, all that. You know, we had a couple hundred employees here, and we're down to about 20. But we do other things right now. So we ship nationwide with something called Gold Belly. So we're doing that. You can also come get Commander's food to go, and that food's changing all the time. And then we're doing this Wednesday night show, and we're going to start doing some different food with that. We feed our own employees. We do all sorts of things. We support the crew of Red Beans, and they're bringing food to our wonderful musicians. So we've been busy.
Okay, well, we can't wait till you're back full. We can't wait till everybody's back full. Dan, how do people get a hold of you guys to be part of this?
Just go to our website, commanderspalace.com. We do ticketing through Eventbrite, but we'll always have a link on our website to make it easy for you to find us. And we hope you will. All
right, Dan and T, it is a fun party. You guys do a great job. And T, the look on you is just great. You're a disco girl.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Eric.
All right.
Thank you.
You can join the Commander's Palace for a guided wine and cheese tasting hosted by Dan Davis. It'll feature music from Bon Vivant. The event starts at 6:30. They've already sold out for tomorrow, but the next one with James Andrews ought to be a lot of fun. We have information on it on our website, WWLTV.com.